Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Saturday afternoon lunchtime special of Locking It Down with Lucy, episode 103.5. Yeah, it's a Saturday afternoon special due to technical issues. Woo! Yes, we're back, everybody, after yesterday. The gods of the tech struck me down in cold. Usually your streams come online about 1 a.m. for me, so I'm thrilled. That's what I was excited for, Em. I wanted to see if this would benefit anybody. I'm not going to do this all the time because I feel a bit weird talking out loud in my home at 1 p.m. in the day, but I suppose if I can't speak out loud in my own flat that I own at 1 p.m., then am I not just living in some kind of prison cell? So I guess we're just going to have to go for it and do it. So yeah, I was curious if if some other people that normally can't watch live on a Thursday or a Friday would be like, oh, I can be awake at this time. So then they get to be part of the show. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for, and those of you that always watch, thank you for coming and making some time on your Saturday afternoon. Afternoon, says KRPTV. Let's try again. Yes, we're going to try again. Iced donut. Oh, God, I want a donut so badly. I've been craving donuts for a while, like a good donut. I don't just want to go Tesco's. I want a proper donut. Hello. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Mega Pork Chop Express. Hello, Callum. Supper salmon. Oh, so we're talking about the poll here. Running up that hill for the HBK Taker promo for Mania, although that was placebo. Oh, what an excellent promo that was. So yes, I got a different poll today, seeing as the poll was very odd yesterday, how it made the show just get striked down in Beeko. No, Beeks is it Beeks or Bex? Beeks, I guess, is an A in it. Let's say Bex 68 is saying, hello, Lucy. Oh, Galaxy Bra is saying had an amazing Boston cream donut the other day. I think it's because I've been watching a lot of people on YouTube eating donuts. Maybe that's why this craving has come, because I want to eat, like, I don't know what a cake donut is, but everyone's like talking about these cake donuts, and I don't know. Boston cream sounds good. Maybe I need to go to America and get some donuts. So yes, today's poll, something a little different. I was had Master of Puppets stuck in my head because we are going to talk later on about the Stranger Things season 4 finale. And of course, the two songs that stuck out this year was Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush and Master of Puppets. So I'm curious which one people will vote for, which one people prefer. Both pretty solid. So we'll get to that. Oh, Beaks. Okay, cool. I'll remember that. So yeah, thank you for that. Yesterday, well, we didn't get far. We just did the housekeeping, so we can brush past that. I guess most people will be watching this on the VOD anyway. So hello, VOD people. Sorry about yesterday if you were there but can't be here today. Appreciate you on the VODs. So there was one tiny bit of housekeeping I just forgot, which is that I have sent out the people that won prizes. I've just got to go to the post office to do the post office ones this week, but they should be on their way. Sorry, it's like a week late. Ironically, that stream yesterday only lasted between 20 and 30 minutes, and I think that was the voting that was winning out of the poll. Right, let's get into the things, because we ain't got no time to chit-chat. So let's jump straight in. I still have the Rio. I didn't drink any more of it. So let's dive into that. It has just been sat there all night, so it's going to be gloriously flat, I'm sure. Woo! Not sure what flat Rio is going to taste like, but I think it'll be good. Ooh, slightly warm. That is a little bit gross, actually, I'm not going to lie. Not as good as it was yesterday. Maybe I should have put it in the fridge, but authenticity. It's like nothing ever happened. Shane Guess is saying, weekend lockdown. Nice, hope you're all well. We're turning the word lockdown into a positive thing. So let's get into it. Let's do the highlights and lowlights of the week right now. Put your highlights or lowlights in the comments, and we're jumping straight into the show. We're going hard, all right? We don't need that 20-minute pre-blab anymore. So I'm going to start off with my lowlight of the week, which was the fact that my dad and my brother has COVID, or I think my dad might be negative now, but it meant that last week I had plans, so I couldn't actually go and hang out with them. So I was hoping to go visit them today, but my brother's still slightly positive, so that's a shame, because I wanted to, see Luna, wanted to watch like Money in the Bank, which I haven't seen yet, so no spoilers, and do some hang out with Imogen and whatnot. So unfortunately, plans derailed, which sucked. And the other thing, which is kind of like a new low light of the week, I don't know, I feel a bit awkward because I feel like it's here, so I also don't want to be passive aggressive downstairs noisy person, but the floorboard situation is getting pretty bad. Like, it's squeaking. Like, I feel like it's got worse. Like, before it was a little bit of a, but now it's just squeaking all night long, and to the point that it wakes me up in the night. And even I feel like my noise cancelling headphones aren't doing the job that they used to do. Like, they used to really block it out, but I don't know, maybe if because I wear them so often and because I'm wearing them at night, they're not working as well, because the little buds are maybe getting out of shape or something. I don't know. Do I need to get new buds? I've only had them for a month or something at this point, but I just noticed that the sound blocking that they used to be doing is not happening as well as it did. So that kind of sucks because the endless squeaking all night is too much. You can't sleep with that. It's too much. Oh boy. So that's my big low light. Also, I am dangerously low on chocolate in the flat. So that's like a big panic. Like I need to press like the red panic button. Whoop whoop. Chocolate levels low. Whoop whoop. But I also don't want to buy more chocolate, so I just have to survive, I guess. So those are my lowlights. Let's jump into some of yours before we get into my highlights of the week. Lowlight says KRPTV had my second eye infection in a month. No, I hate eye infections. That sucks. Hopefully that gets better soon for you. And they are also wishing that my brother and dad will get well soon. Yeah, they seem to be all right, but also, I was a bit worried that someone was saying there was internet problems. I was like, no, don't curse me again. Haven't I been punished enough? So yeah, Galaxy Bra saying low light passed out in the shower today randomly. Are you okay? Is that what happened? Hopefully you're all right. I'm glad you're with us now and not drowning in the shower. Goodness. Em is saying, hopefully your upstairs neighbor doesn't bring home any company. Oh boy, I don't know. There's someone different up there at the moment. There's disturbance in the atmosphere. I don't know who they are, but they sound different. What's my go-to chocolate, says Callum. Milk chocolate, really. And if I'm feeling super bougie, there's got to be Galaxy. Ooh, good Galaxy bar. Mega Pork Chop Express saying, hi, that's got the Batman Arkham Asylum Platinum and new mattress arrived. Zed says, I'm so jealous of your sleep. So jealous of your sleep. But congrats on the plat. We love hearing plats here on the show. Beaks is saying, I have upstairs neighbor who sings all day. Yeah. They must be like, I've got this downstairs neighbor who just chats incessantly for an hour and a half every week. That's me. Jazzy, nothing to have missed so far. We're just getting into the technical. Although I do have something I want to share with you guys quickly. Speaking of the technicals, now that we're talking about it, I thought this was rather amusing. So I woke up this morning to discover, if we come with me now to the internet, wait, rewind, scratch that, rewind. Where is that from? I think that's from Willy Wonka. Come with me now on a journey through time and space to the world of Twitter. Oh no, guard yourselves when you go to Twitter. Wah! It's more of a minefield. Twitter. Look, Virgin Media reached out to me, despite the fact that I didn't actually tag Virgin Media because I didn't want to be like that hardcore aggressive and be like, Virgin Media, you suck, you ruined my YouTube life. But it seems that they found me anyway. They must be like, doing some kind of like search where if anybody like bitches about Virgin Media, like, blah, blah, blah. So they said, hi, Lucy, apologies for any disruption. Okay, well, don't apologize to me, apologize to the people. Is there an estimated fixed time showing on the outage calendar? There was not, by the way. Just seems to have woke up this morning and it was just fine. So I don't know, but thank you, MT, for your concern. But it wasn't very helpful last night. But I just thought that was rather amusing that they found me, they seeked me out, they heard me, a disturbance in the atmosphere, and they came and got me. The funny thing was about the internet, it was actually working, but I think it was working very low level. Like I was able to like go on my phone and use Twitter and stuff like that. But I think the amount of streaming powers, my internet just couldn't handle it yesterday. So something was definitely wrong. But I don't really know what. But we can all be thankful that we were here today. Let's have another highlight. Skip to the end says highlight. Went on a small holiday with my girlfriend, where we stayed had a hot tub. Absolute bliss. That sounds really good. I'm glad you had a nice time. Rui says highlight. Finally watched Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and Scarlet Witch deserved better. Oh, I don't know what happened. Elizabeth Olsen? Oh, Elizabeth Olsen, of course, deserves so many awards for her performance. Interesting. I might be watching that today, maybe. I don't know. I never watched the first Doctor Strange movie. I mean, I do like Benedict Cumberbatch, but I don't know. I don't have time for all these Marvel movies and all these people. Someone at Virgin Media is a fan, says people, man. Maybe. He's like, no, I can't watch Locking It Down with Lucy 103. How can I live? And they just like, maybe they are. And they had to like come around and, so if you were that person, thanks for your concerns. But here we are today doing things on the Saturday. What's people having for lunch? Is it lunchtime for people? Let me know. What time is it for you? I'm curious. So for me, obviously, 10 minutes past 1. For For lunch, I had crackers and some halloumi, which I just ate out of the packet. So, what time is it for you? Is it snack time? KRPT TV is saying, what they would panic if the internet went down. Bethany saying, what's going on? It's Saturday. Yesterday, Bethany, my internet wasn't working, so I did half the show and then my internet just kaput out. But because I had so much planned for the show, I don't want to roll it over. Like, I had all these video clips that I made, and I was quite disappointed. Sometimes when it's like, some weeks it's more of a talky show, and then other weeks I have time to like actually like make videos and stuff. And this was one of the weeks where I had time to make a couple of videos, which I really wanted to share with everybody. So I didn't want to roll it over to the next week. So here we are, finishing the show. Jose is saying it's too early. I appreciate you for coming. Ian is saying, afternoon, Lucy. I'm currently making some cocktail sausage rolls for lunch. Oh, what a lunch. That is a nice little Sunday lunch. Bethany thought her phone was glitching. No, this is happening today. Rare Saturday. But unless other people come to the show, you know, and who may not be able to. Jazz D is saying, I'm eating lunch right now, chicken wrap. Emma's saying noodles. Oh, I'm getting hungry now. Whittle Pixels is saying, I've got the barbecue fired up, made me and my 2 boys burgers. It was awesome. I love how in the UK, it's like, as soon as the sun comes out, we're like, barbecue. Like, it does sound really nice when you like see the wedding. Oh, I just don't get how that barbecue. But barbecues at my house are a pretty tragic event. It's like my dad just sits around this like tiny thing. He drops it all the time and it comes out in like really small waves. It's pretty gross. Bethany's saying that her and Forrest just had sausage rolls. Nice. No, mine was just crackers and halloumi. I've not really got much food at the moment. Well, apart from frozen food, but I'm not really eating frozen food for lunch. I'll just continue to eat crackers. So yeah, let's move on to my highlight of the week, which I've also got a shiny to share with you guys. Shiny! My shiny was I finally got the platinum in Demon's Souls. I got distracted because Suno Puppy says that they're going for the platinum in Modern Warfare 2019 tomorrow, hopefully. Good luck to you. So yes, very happy to finally report that I finished one of my goals for the year, which was to platinum Demon's Souls. And boy, what an experience it was. It was so freaking annoying. Like, I love that game so much, but the actual trophies require you to do very specific things in order to get the ones that you were missing. So I did my first playthrough because I like to play games blind and not have trophies affect my experience. But then, of course, ultimately, because I want to, get all the trophies, it does end up affecting my experience. But that's on me. Did my first playthrough, realized that I messed up a certain because I was looking for the final rings, so I messed up by not getting one of the rings and couldn't go back and get it because there's something in the game called tendency. There's like world tendency and character tendency, and depending on what actions you've done will lean you more to pure white or pure black. Certain certain items will be available in either world or tendency and stuff like that, or certain items, characters. So I was like, never fear, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'll just replay the game again and make sure that I get it this time. I don't know what happened to me, but somehow my character became pure black, and I don't remember going on a murder spree, because to be pure black, you have to like kill NPCs, you have to like go around and doing like dying in body form and stuff. Or is that just world tendency? Anyway, for some reason I was a bad man. I was a bad man. Yeah. And even though my character's female. But sure. I was bad type B. So, bad type B body. So, I had to work on that. I was like, not really sure what happened. So, I had to beat the entire game pretty much. And then I was like, okay, great. I can just beat all the black phantoms in the world. I don't know if I'm spoiling too much of this, because I do want to do a platinum Tales of the Platinum for this. But oh well, I'm sure people will watch that anyway, and I'll go into more detail. So I had to go kill all these black phantoms in order to, bring myself back to pure white character tendency. So I'm killing these black phantoms, and they're tough. They're like hard enemies. You're like, really just chipping away at them slowly. Doing them with my scimitar and my crescent falchion. And I'm noticing that the character tendency is not changing. And I've killed like 3 of them at this point. Actually, I killed 4 of them. I killed 4 of these bloody things. Looked up frantically on the internet and I was like, why isn't it working? What's my problem? And they were like, oh, so you need to kill the black phantoms in a certain way. So you need to make sure that they don't commit suicide, or you don't use a poison cloud. And I was like, oh no, I was one-on-one in them, bro. I wasn't going to do some sort of, cowardice bullshit on them. Anyways, then one of them in the really tiny print was like, also make sure you're not using a weapon that does effective damage over time like bleed. my weapon was doing bleed damage, and I'm guessing that some of them died due to the bleed rather than me getting the final hit. Alas, no character tendency shifting. So I was like, oh boy, yeah, we are in Moody XP territory. You want some more Moody XP later? Woof, you're going to get some. It might be just way before the watershed as well. Anyway, so then I was like, what am I going to do now? There is no way in hell that I'm going to play another game. So, as in New Game Plus Plus, or you could try and invade people and kill them. No, you could have people invade you and kill them, but I'm not good at PvP. So I went to the Twitters and was like, somebody help me. And thankfully, Thomas, a kind of funny best friend, he came and he was like, I will help you. So I killed Thomas 4 times, got my character tendency back to pure white, went up to the monumental waste of time, she's not really called that, and managed to get the final ring that I was missing, which is the ally ring. Boom, platinum popped. Very happy I can now return to Elden Ring. So yeah, that's why I was very happy to finally get that one. It was quite the struggle. It's not even a difficult platinum, but I just made it more difficult by not doing my proper research. So do your research, kids. That's my I could have done that platinum in one playthrough if I was sensible and smart. But I was like, I want to play the game how I want to play it, and I won't be angry if I have to do it a different way. Well, look who's angry. So the joke's on me. So I did get 2 platinums in the space of like a weekend. So, well, not the weekend, it was like a week. So yeah, I got my Horizon Forbidden West and my Demon Souls. We're making bacon pancakes here, everybody. We're doing the business on the completion. It's like, oh, I feel it. We're like, I don't know why I'm looking at my watch. This is why my watch is going to tell me what the date is. But we're over halfway through the year. I've still got at least halfway to go on my percentage, journey. So will I make it by the end of the year? I don't know, but I feel like I can at least get to 74. It's really hard, everybody. This is quite a difficult challenge. I like it, but I want to talk about it more in detail, probably in another video. I'll talk properly about trying to raise my percentage. So yeah, that's my highlight of the week. Thank you. Thank you very much. Callum is saying that they had a Tesco meal deal, which I approve. Tesco was always my favourite meal deal. Was it like £1 billion, seeing as they now made the... I don't really know where the bacon pancakes thing came from. It's something that's just become part of my vernacular, but I would not eat bacon pancakes myself anyway. Thank you everyone for your congratulations. So, with that in mind, let us move on to Clip of the Week. It's that time of the show where we're going to watch Clip of the Week. Clip of the Week. So as I said, I didn't really get to do anything at the weekend because my weekend plans got cancelled. So when one's weekend plans get cancelled, one must find their own weekend plans and their own friends to hang out with. Please enjoy. Hello, Clip of the Weekers. It is somewhat early on a Sunday. I guess I would call half term on a Sunday rather early. And today I'm on a mission to get my new plant, my next plant. However, IKEA doesn't open until 11 o'clock, so I'm here quite early. So I've gone on a walk by the River Thames. I've not been this way before, but it's quite nice. Look at that. Some nice, somewhat, I suppose, scenic view. So yeah, I'm just going to waste some time until I finally pick up my new plant baby. This thing is definitely future Clip of the Week material. I've never actually been on the skyline thing. I can't remember what it's called. The Emirates something or other. But yeah, I'm kind of afraid of it, which is why I haven't done it yet. But maybe that's why I should do it. Face my fears. We have arrived. Let's go. Look at this. Imagine this being a room. I want this bamboo. This is what I'm going to buy one day. I'm also buying a cheese grater and a spoon. But I do want this bamboo at some point. This looks like a lot of work. Cactus is too easy. Cactus is easy mode. I feel like all the plants must be quivering. Don't pick me, don't pick me. I don't know, this holy one I kind of like because it reminds me of cheese. So maybe, I want something a bit leafy, maybe something a bit Jurassic. This is quite sweet. I don't know what it is, but also I don't know if it's meant to live. Oh, it is a potted plant, so I guess potted plant means that you have it indoors. So much choice, look how empty it is here. The squiggly one is quite interesting, but I'm waiting for the one that calls to me. This one looks like a mandrake plant from Harry Potter. That looks like a lot is required to look after that. This looks too simple. A bromance plant. Will we be besties? Will we be bros if I get a bromance plant? I mean, I guess if I get this one, if it already looks like it's dead, then it's intentional. So, maybe. That looks pretty fancy for a plant. That looks very high maintenance. These are like next level plants. I'd want one of these in a big house eventually so I could pretend I'm living in a jungle or something. But for now, I have found my new plant child. Are you ready? There it is. I found the one. I've got a nice little base for it as well. So there's our first life together. Are you ready to go home? Let's go home. Look how cool this is. Just like pretending I'm out having it. Oh no, I'm not on one of those at some point. So let's see, it's a monster plant. Here we are. The new plant has arrived home. I need to release it from its plastic shackles. But let's see. I quite like it in its new little basket container as well. It is called a Monstera Deliciosa. Interesting. So it needs a killer name. I shall reveal the name. I think it's going to live here. I feel like a good place for it to sit. Here's where the plant is going to be living, on this lovely shelf with a lovely view of all the trees and stuff. But look at this thing. It's so green, leafy, it's strong, it's got depth and layers.
And his name is John C.
Word life, I'm the new plant. Never give up. And other John Cena catchphrases. If there's those that talk about it, and there's those who be about it. That's not actually the name of the plant, by the way. I don't know, I just got, oh no, how am I going to take this off? I just got inspired whilst I was editing. I went a bit crazy. The before pictures. Hey, I'm going to look after this plant, all right? Oh, I can't take its hat off. But I do have a name for the plant. Do not worry. There we go. Ah, there. You and I. When I'm alone, I cry. Look at this thing. How cool is this? I could pretend I'm in like a wildlife documentary or something, get nuzzled in the leaves. So anyway, I know that you guys are very excited. I think we've seen enough. The Cena plant. No, it has a real name, okay? Its name is Lofty, because look at it. But because it's a Demon Souls boss in my mind, it's going to be like Lofty, the Lord of all that remains, or something like that. I feel like, you know, because it's a monster. I don't know why I just like the fact that it's in my face. I don't know why, but yeah, no. There's no RIP here. This is it. This is the one. And never under any circumstances show Lofty this picture. This picture. This picture was taken. Boom. This picture was taken like, why is the timer on? Maybe 2 weeks ago. That's what remains of Rhubarb and Stacks. I don't know why no one has taken their don't look, Lofty. I don't know why no one has taken their corpses away yet, but they're still there. They're still out there. Just maybe that's our graveyard, our plant graveyard. Or no. What does it say on the plant tag? Have you researched it? The speed around no. I bought this little nifty pot for it though, so it looks a little bit more, you know, majestic. I don't really know what it says. I don't know how to. I just sort of water it every now and again, but it seems to be bending. Look at it. It's leaning sideways. Does it look healthy so far? The timer is remaining as its time left. No! Dude, I don't like the fact that I'm... Okay, it says minimum 15 degrees Celsius, middle temperature. It likes... So, Lofty, tell us about yourself. Hello everybody, my name is Lofty. I am a tall plant. I'm a monster plant, by the way. Don't cross me because I will kill you because I am a souls boss. So you want to know a bit about me? Well, I like 15 degrees Celsius. I also like it when it's sunny but cloudy. Too sunny I don't like it, too cloudy I don't like it. It's got to be a little bit of sun and cloud. Please water me at a minimum sort of middle tier droplet of water. Don't like a lot of water, but I don't like not enough water. You know, I'm a sand guy. Don't know why Lofty sounds like he should be at the EastEnders Queen Vic or something. Those are the instructions to live by. So, yeah, I think it's got a passport. The plant has a passport. Where are you going, plant? The 30th of the 6th, 2022. Wow. I didn't know that plants had so much to them. So there we go. Apparently Lofty has an accent. I don't know why Lofty has this accent, but we'll see how it goes. So, Lofty, give me a high five. Yeah, you're my favourite deputy. There you go. It's like that bit in Toy Story. It was like, show us where Buzz is. And he's like, oh, Buzz? Oh, there you are, Buzz. I was just talking about you. Oh, yeah, you're my favourite. And then he pulls off his arm. He's like, no. So there we go. That's when it came to the UK, I guess. Oh, okay. So here's Lofty. We'll see how Lofty gets on in their new life. Here in my flat. He'll be safest of all. There is nothing to fear with Lucy. But this will be Lofty's song. Here in this flat, I don't feel safe at all. No, you do. You will feel safe. Don't worry. Okay, we'll put you over there. Don't fall over. So there we go. That's my latest addition to my life. So we'll see. You know, it's nice to have a plant to come home to, someone to nurture and look after. But Lofty sits on my windowsill and surveys the land, looking for trespassers. I'm sure he'll send me plant signals if anything bad happens, like a burglar comes. I hope Lofty will, you know, and he'll like speak to me in plant form. Maybe I'll play him some music or something. So that's also a highlight of the week. You know, plants are good. I'll, you know, carbon dioxide you and you oxygenate me. That's how it goes, you know. So let's move on, shall we, to the main topics of the show, which, oh god, I've got plant dirt everywhere, plant dandruff all over my computer. Tonight I'm going to get you to buy the bits you need to keep it alive on Amazon. No, Bethany, no. No more monies. A brilliant ventriloquism there. Was I doing it? Was I being a ventriloquist? Probably wasn't. I think I'm being sarcastic. So I want to talk quickly about what I have been playing. Yo, no, I can't rob this place. There's a plant. It's a watchdog plant, all right? You're going to have to find it. As soon as a burglar comes to this flat, you know what's going to happen? They're going to come through the fog gate of my door, and it will come, the bar, Lofty, you know, overseer of all that remains, will come up, and they'll be like, oh shit, I'm in a boss fight. And Lofty will go, and it will make like little plants come out of the floor, give you a good old bitch slap. Woo! Ain't no one can beat Lofty. Lofty the Demon Soul plant. So, after finishing Demon Souls, very awkward segue, I was looking to play something else. But I was in one of those moods. Don't you hate it? Don't you hate it when you're in one of those moods where you want to play something, but you don't quite know what it is you want to play? Has everybody had that? I'm sure. It's like, you feel the need to play something, but... So I booted up Sonic Mania, and I was like, I'm not really into this. I booted up Crash 4, did one level, and was like, GTFO. I'm going to beat this game, like, as in, like, just beat the levels and see the final boss. But I have to do it one level at a time because I could feel Aneurysm City around the corner. I was driving down the freeway and it was coming up. You know, the signpost was saying 10 miles to Aneurysm City. And I was like, no, thank you. And as soon as I complete the level, I took a left turn and I managed to avoid that. So I'm in that mood now. I hate that. I hate that mood. So in my quest to complete, you know, to continue my completion, I started looking through the list of games that I had. Now, recently I recorded a video that you'll see maybe at the end of the month or beginning of next month, because that's how time works. And it reminded me that I hadn't actually finished all the trophies in Journey. And I was like, I think I'd not actually put that on my backlog completion thing, because I remember playing it like many years ago. I do love Sonic, but I just wasn't in the mood. I wanted something else. I can't play games too hardcorely in terms of like spend a lot of time on them. I have to jump between games. Like when I'm in a different mood for something else, I need to play something else. So I was like, I wonder how hard it would be to jump back into Journey and maybe get some trophies in that. Like I couldn't remember. I remember not liking Journey when I first. Let's have a look. Let's watch some gameplay, shall we? So here we are. That's what Journey looks like for those of you that don't know. It came out in 2013 or something. It was very highly acclaimed back when it did come out. But I don't think I was woke enough or whatever when I played it back when I was 23 or something. So I remember getting frustrated with it. I found it kind of annoying. I didn't get it. Like, I was like, I don't get what's going on here. It seems a little artsy-fartsy for me. But I was curious, all right? The trophies didn't seem too bad. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to jump in, play one Journey. And if I don't like it, then I'll bounce and I'll leave. You've never played Journey, Fabio? Well, let me tell you something. I jumped in and I played the game. And I really liked it playing it this time. I don't know what it was. Maybe I just wasn't in the mood when I played it the first time. But I think this was the exact game that I was looking for, maybe. I wanted something chill, something that wasn't too, like, brain focused. And it was just really lovely. Like, the music was really nice and it was simple. The trophies also weren't, like, too taxing. Look, and then I found these friends. Like, so look, here I am. So there's these little cutscenes. There's no words in the game. It's literally, and it's barely, like, long at all. I did a whole new Journey in, like, maybe 4 hours or something, if that. I have Journey, we never played it. So this is me recommending Journey to you. It's like a 4-hour experience. The trophies are super simple, and there are still people online playing it today. Like, that was the thing I thought I was going to get tripped up on, because there's a couple of multiplayer trophies out there. Yeah, a couple of multiplayer trophies, but nothing intensive. But I was still finding people. Now, this was what I was kind of frustrated with. So I was going through the game using a trophy guide, because there's a couple of collectibles. They're not difficult to find or anything. But of course, you jump into Journey and some bloody bossy boots comes along. It's like, I'm not in my Journey. Look at my scarf. It's so long. You want me to show you how to do everything? And I'm like, bro, I've played Journey before. But they're like, bonk, bonk, bonk. Like, they're bonking you because they're like, but the thing you're looking for is over here. Come on. Why are you not following me? Follow me. I know the way. And I'm like, thank you for trying to, I appreciate your help, because everybody wants to be the world's greatest helper. And I was like, I'm not looking for that much help. But so we ended up missing a couple of collectibles, where they had this real person, this person being like, come on, we're gonna go do the thing. And I was like, fine, I'll just enjoy the game with another person. So we went and played it, and then thankfully there was a collectible chapter select thing, so I was able to go back and get the ones that I was missing. It was pretty easy to find it. So, but it is funny that every time I would jump back into a level to find something, there would be that person go, bonk, 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 come on, let's do a thing. I'm like, I'm here on a mission. I'd love nothing more but to pretend that I don't know anything about this game and just follow you implicitly. But look at it, look at the environment. You were too much of a hardcore gamer the first time, much more chill now. Well, LudiXP is always around the corner. LudiXP is lurking forever. But it was just really nice, like playing something more relaxing and soothing. And sometimes I get into the mode where I just want to earn trophies, and this game appealed to that. So I was like, okay, I need to find this and do that. And I really do like how the game does, promote like this cooperative experience with somebody else. It's kind of like Dark Soulsy in that way. Like, there's no voice chat. People just pop into your world and then disappear. And because we're like walking next to each other, we're getting like I don't know what it's called, but we're getting the little symbols that are making our scarf so we can jump and move. So the game is easier if you're playing with someone else, and people like drop in and drop out. And I turned a corner. I really, really liked it. And this morning I was trying to play a bit of it to finish it. So now I have 100% in Journey, which I was just not. So that's one of the things I wanted to speak about when I might do like at the end of the year, like a review on trying to up my completion. But I would have never have ever picked up Journey again. Like I had that experience that I didn't like it and everything. If it wasn't for me trying to actively find games that I was, lacking in trophies to try and finish and complete, I would have never come back to it. So I'm really glad that I did, because it's really turned my opinion, and I really had a very solid, nice time. It was a very short jump in, jump out experience. I've not played any of the other games, because I know they do like Flower and Flow or whatever. But yeah, this was really nice, and it was a thought piece at the end. Because I remember getting to the end of the game, I was like, oh, okay, right, so it was all a dream or something. Not that I think that's what it is, but this time the ending kind of stuck with me a bit more, and I don't know, it felt more poetic, and maybe I'm just a bit more, weathered by life, so it touched me more than when I was a little kid, like, what is this? You trying to talk to me on another level, bro? Oh, I'm not into that. I wanted to shoot stuff. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe I've come around to a peaceful experience. So it's like a PG experience of friends. What the? I don't know what that means. What are we talking about here? Like Concrete Genie, says Bethany. Yeah, maybe. No, it's nice. And you can just put it away. The sand surfing is the best part of it. And look at it. Look at the way you just your scarf and everything blows in the wind. So happy to report that I've now finished that. But what I'm going to play now, I don't know. I'm trying really hard not to play any new games. Apart from when Stray comes out, I'll probably jump into that. And because I feel like every time the anti-Forbidden West, I always think about the Forbidden West and like, what's the people that live in the Forbidden West, do they call it the Forbidden West? Or is it like, for them, it's like, it's not forbidden because they live there. And there's the East, like the All Access East, like, oh, you're Red, come over here. You're the savior of Meridian. You come from the All Access East. Yeah, All Access over here, baby. But the Forbidden West is totally locked off, much like the Forbidden Forest. So, yeah, I liked that. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to play now. But, oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. I was talking about every time I install a new game, obviously that's going to bring my completion down. So I'm curious, like, how much does that finish? Like, so, okay, it's really hard to explain this thinking because I know that there's some maths in there somewhere, but I don't know where the maths is and what's happening. So we're at here, 72% or whatever. Now every time, so I've completed 72% of 100 games, let's say. Now I install a brand new game. I have 101 games. That brings my completion down to here. But now, even if I get 100% in that game, will I still reach this, or will I reach more than this because now I've got more games? Do you know what I'm saying? Am I saying anything? What I'm trying to say is that every time I install a new game, I have more games to have more completion percentage in. So is that a detriment or is that helpful? I feel like it's a detriment because now I'm spreading myself too thin, you know? I don't know. So that's why I'm trying really hard to go and do as many games as possible to bring that up so that when I do play new games, it's not so. I feel like I've just talked about like some kind of mathematical zero equation. Your percentage would go down as soon as you load a new game. Yeah, exactly. But I'm wondering if that's going to affect. Yeah, no, it's a percentage, not an average. What does that mean? So, but it's still the percentage of all of the games that I'm playing, which I've now added one more to the stack. But every time I make a new game, call in Adam Venture too much maths. Someone needs to clip the Winona Ryder or the Spooks girl who's like, and all the maths is just happening. I'll ask my cat, BRB. Thank you. I'm glad your cat will have the answer. It helps as long as you don't leave them too low. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll get back to that because I find it a fascinating topic. But that's all I've been playing, really. So let's go onto the main topic of the show, which is, of course, Stranger Things Season 4. Wait, I just want to read this comment. I make sure every 3 games I play, one is already on my trophy list so I don't burn out. Might help for you too. Interesting. Thank you, Bram. Adapy says, currently doing a God of War Platinum Marathon. These games are so much fun. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I've only ever played God of War PS4, so I can't speak to that. Obviously, people are talking about Cuphead. I do want to play Cuphead, but I feel like I want to play maybe the Witcher DLC first. I like to also spread out the types of games I'm playing. So, like, I've been playing a lot of, like, Sonic. I played some Crash. Very platformy, which I guess Cuphead is more platformy boss fight too. I feel like I want to play something a bit different and then come back to Cuphead. So, also, I find it difficult if I play Cuphead in the summer. I think that was what happened to me last time. Like, I know that sounds really weird, but I was playing a lot of Cuphead last time, but it was in the summer and it was getting super hot, so my hands were getting really sweaty because the game was like tough anyway. So maybe it's more of an autumn game. But I would love to go and play Cuphead and the DLC to get back into it. And I feel like I can get that plat. Can plat. So let us move on, as I said, to Stranger Things, the season 4 finale. So put your hands up in the air or put them upside down in the air if you have watched the Stranger Things season finale, because I will talk about it non-spoiler at first. But then we do have to get into some of the deep, dark spoilers. So that also goes into the... I haven't forgotten about Elden Ring. I was just saving it before when I was, doing my going back to Demon Souls. So it was kind of hard going back to Demon Souls after playing Elden Ring. So I needed to do that. But Elden Ring I like to dip in and out of. So Galaxy Bro is saying, yes, putting their hands up. Jazz D is saying, I watched it. Nice. Good to know. Jamie's saying, I watched it with my sister the other day. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Let me just grab a drink. PS3 Games saying, yes, it's brilliant. Okay. Good to know that we have a few people. Bram is very good, Bram. I like it a lot. All right. So it looks like everyone had a mostly positive experience of it. So I watched it in 2 sittings. So I watched the first episode on a Friday and the second episode on a Saturday. And they were some long episodes. Like, I did think about watching the second episode after I finished on the Friday, but it was just going to end so late because the second one was like 2.5 hours long. So what did I think overall in a non-spoiler way? I thought it was good, but I don't think it was like, okay, it's hard because I'm going to sound like it's not as good as I thought it was, but I think it is. But let's talk about it in terms of like, it is a really good show. So we're looking at it in this bracket here, like very good show that I really enjoy. But out of all the very good shows that I really enjoy, it's a bit more lower down this finale. Like, I don't think it was as good as it could have been or as good as other things. Yes, I'll be doing non-spoiler and then I'll put the spoiler hand up when I start talking about spoilers at a piece. So don't worry, you will know when it's time. So I did find the length a struggle to get through. Like not to, like when the parts were really good, I thought they were really good, but there was a lot of just stuff that I felt could have been cut, was unnecessary, a lot of just talking. I know that everyone's going to talk at some point, but a lot of unnecessary talking, maybe it's a bit more dragging out than it really needed to be. And then I thought the very end, after they'd finished the main storyline, that also dragged on. Like, I know that all the characters need to re-meet up and whatnot, but it was a bit cringy for me. Like, I'm not, well, maybe because I'm dead on the inside or something, but I'm not into the cringe factor that some of these shows lean into, like, a bit too hard. some of it I was kind of like, this could probably happen off screen. Like, you want to see the initial like, oh, but you don't want to see like, oh my god, blah 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 blah, because it's too much. I felt so. The length I did struggle with, like I found myself picking up my phone a couple of times, especially during sections which I didn't enjoy as much. Like I still don't feel like the Hopper, Joyce, and Murray stuff in Russia really paid off for what the storyline was. I was hoping it would go somewhere a bit more. And so that was probably my least favorite storyline. The main storyline was still pretty good. Yeah, too many side. I think that was my problem, is too many side plots, too many side characters, and that was meant that scenes were like bloated because all these characters had to talk to each other and everyone had to get their shit in, as they say in the wrestling business. You know, when you're having a wrestling match, you're like, well, make sure you get your shit in, kid. And that was kind of like too much. So that was, but that's not to just take away that when it was like, when things were happening and the action was going, I was like, this is really good, but was it 3 hours and 40 minutes of good all the time? No, I don't think it really was. What was my favorite series finale ever? I think the first series of Stranger Things is just a level that I don't think can be topped. Like that whole series, start to finish, is just too good. And that finale, like, I think this is the problem that most shows probably suffer from. Like, you start off with your first series, and it's like a low level threat in terms of like the threat is to the characters that we know. Like, so the first episode is like, well, the first series is very much like the threat is to the kids, and yeah, there's a slight element of Hawkins in general, but it's mainly just like they're the ones that this thing is gonna do or whatever. And then of course, as time moves on, the threat becomes, no, it's all of Hawkins. No, it's the world, and it becomes a bit harder to make that really pay off when it's that big stakes. I don't know. Is this resonating with anybody? Oh, David is saying I should have a Netflix comedy special. Well, thank you. I don't know if I don't know what I'd talk about. I suppose this Netflix. Get Locking It Down with Lucy on it. There we go. Do something. We can sort it out. Mega Pork Chop Express is also saying 2.5 hours for one episode was a bit OTT. Yeah. PS3 Gamer Scotland is saying season 1, season 4, season 3, then season 2. What season was the best? I'd say 1, 3, 4, 2 for me. The reason I don't rate 4 as highly is just because there was a lot of characters that I just didn't care for, a lot of side stuff. Like, I didn't really enjoy California kids doing California stuff. Like, that stuff seemed to drag on. Argyle was like, he was funny, but he was also like an add-on that wasn't really necessary some of the time. So that was my main takeaway, I suppose, from it. Like, I did think there was some interesting, Bethany's also saying the Susie stuff. Yeah, exactly. Am I excited for season 5, though? Yes, I am intrigued to see where it's going to go, how things are going to progress, and how it's going to all come back together, hopefully, and tie off the series. Like, that's going to be a tricky one, like how to end something that's so popular. They're already talking about spin-off shows and stuff, which I suppose, when something is popular, you need to, keep going with that popularity. But whether it'll be good or not, that remains to be seen. I don't know. I'll go too many stone jokes. Yeah, I know. Like, he was funny, but he becomes The thing about Argyle, he is funny at the beginning, because the beginning of Strange Things always starts off very lighthearted and chill, and then, of course, it progressively gets darker as things start to ramp up. So his character became more and more obsolete as things went on, because he was just on the ride for this adventure because he was there and he was like the fun new friend or whatever. So, yeah. Also, there was a lot of weird plot holes that never really got, sorted out. So let's move on into spoiler territory now. This is the I wonder if I could do something real quickly. Will the computer let me do this? Intermission, trying to. Oh, I was wondering if I could rotate. Oh no, I'm just moving myself now. No, I was wondering if I could rotate on the fly and then be like, I don't know where living upside down. But we won't do that. Right, spoiler hand engaged. Get ready. Spoilers are here. Let's talk about it properly. Never watched Stranger Things as Fabio, but it's on my list of things to watch. Yeah, I think you'll like it. I would recommend. Okay, we're getting into it now, so you might want to close your ears. Didn't get in trouble for not returning the pizza van. Exactly. So, where do I want to begin? Let me just check my notes real quickly. Overall, good and intense when it mattered most, but slightly too long. Okay, I want to start with my first point that I hate. I hate when TV shows do this. Doctor Who is a massive offender of this. When the power of love saves the day, and I'm not talking about the song. They weren't playing blaring out the power of love. It's just, it's such a corny clip. Maybe it's because I don't know what love is. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. I don't know. Maybe it's because I can't sit there and be like, oh my God, the power of love will save us all. Ah! Like, it just drives me nuts because it's not real. Like, it was when, I loved you, Elle, ever since I saw you in the woods. Okay, back up, Mike. What were you, like, 8? And you were like, this is it. Let's go on a t-shirt. This is what love is. Like, it's spoken to me. Maybe that happens for people. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But I just think that because all of a sudden she heard the love and feel the love, that she was able to, like, break free from Vecna's stuff and, like, blah, and, like, sort of save Max. Like, I hate that. Doctor Who does it so often, and that always gets negative Doctor Who points from me. There's always sometimes what they have to do, like, oh, but because of love I can save the day and I can be stronger. Boo, cheesy, boring, cringy, all of the things. Too much cringe, too much ham, cheese in this sandwich. And that's coming from someone who likes a lot of cheese. As Jose mentioned, I do cook with a lot of cheese. So that was kind of rubbishy for me. It didn't quite like, yeah, exactly. I didn't like that part. But the visual effects of things that were happening when, like, we're in Max's mind and all that stuff is happening, that was all, like, proper good stuff. Like, being at the snowball dance and, like, them having their, like, mind power off. That was all pretty cool. And I couldn't believe what happened. Interstellar did it too, says Em. Yeah, but not as ham-fisted. I want to pin that comment because I want to come back to that. Because maybe you're right. But I don't think it was as egregious or as strong. Like, it wasn't someone going, I love you. Well, come on, let's go back and save the day in space. Anyway, I was very much, I think the highlight for me was when all of the big things were happening. So, like, Hopper and Joyce are, like, fighting the Demogorgon. Then you've got, obviously, Elle and Vecna, like, having a showdown. What were the other people doing? I don't think anything was happening to anybody else. Oh, of course, the jock people. And, oh, they were in the Upside Down doing the thing with Vecna. Okay, yeah. So when all of that was happening, everyone was doing their bits. It was all coming together. That was pretty cool. I would like to say that I don't really like Nancy, but she is such a badass. I can't help but respect her. Like, I find her slightly irritating, but when she girl bosses, like, I really like that as a character trait of hers. Like, she picked up a gun in, like, the first season. Everyone was like, what? And she was, like, really good at using a gun. And they've always kept that. Like, oh, of course, Nancy's, like, solid shooter. She's going to do the thing. And she's, like, always really brave, always up for doing the thing. So, despite the fact that I find her, when she's not in action mode, she's kind of annoying. When she gets in action mode, I'm like, get going, Nancy. Yeah, fuck them up. Can I say that? 10 to 2 in the afternoon? I just did. Who's going to censor me? So, that was pretty cool. I liked them doing the, Molotov in him and, like, rah, it's all going. I was like, come on. And then Max is, like, floating in the air. And this was the bit for me because I was like, oh my God, what? Like, they get it. Well, it was kind of more like, well, they're obviously going to save her. And then, so this is Max. How did I do my Max just then? I thought I did it. Okay, here she is. Whoa, she's going up. What's happening to my finger? Why am I confused? Okay. Whoa, she's going up. And then all of a sudden, and I was like, no, they're breaking her bones. I was like, are they going to kill her? But then the worst thing happens. I was thinking, like, oh no, the worst thing would be to not be killed after this has happened. Like, surely. And then she goes on the floor, and I was like, oh, imagine waking up and being like that. Like, that's awful. Like, obviously, we find out that she hasn't actually woke up. She's in some kind of coma. But I have a deathly fear of broken bones. I can't stand broken bones. It makes me feel, like, visibly queasy. So if I were, like, this isn't just, like, I fell off and, like, fractured my elbow. This is someone has taken your bone and cracked it so aggressively that it's now going in the opposite direction. I can't even. That's going to take some serious regrowing. Grow bones, as they say. So that, I was like, whoa. And then, of course, when the thing started, like, splitting through the middle, and I'd be screaming at the top of my lungs, exactly. And yet, yeah, when she woke up, oh my God, yeah, she did wake up. And I was like, she must be in so much pain. But the thing, she's like, I can't see anything. I was like, oh, this is horrible. I was like, oh my God, maybe this is a worse fate than death. So I'm interested to see how that storyline will go, how she will be revived. Because obviously Elle went to try and speak to her in her mind, but she wasn't there. So I'm guessing maybe her mind has, because Vecna says that he, like, absorbs people. So I'm guessing her mind and soul and stuff are in Vecna, but her life body is still there because he didn't do enough to kill her physical, corporeal form. So, I don't know. I thought that was interesting to see where that will go. That's probably one of my main points. But then when the things started opening up in Hawkins, and that guy, who is it, that jock guy that everyone hated, he's just like, his like whole body. Oh, I've also got put it back on today. My Stranger Things top for the review. So yeah, his whole body just went as the upside down just like went through him. I was like, oof. But nobody cares about him. So no one was crying after his body. Everyone was like, what happened to everybody else? So those are the main sort of takeaways. Don't really care. I also discovered that I just don't really care. See you, thank you, Fabio. Jason was a jogger. Okay, thank you. I don't really care or like many of the characters, which I think is a problem for me, which is why maybe I'm like, Whereas I liked a lot of them before. Obviously, love Steve. Do like Robin. I just don't really like Elle. I don't like Mike. I don't like Will. I do like Dustin and Lucas. And I don't like Jonathan. I like Joyce and I like Hopper and I like Murray. So I don't know, out of the balance. And I think that might be a problem for me. So all the California kids did their things. They couldn't get back in time. Oh, yeah, all the military stuff. All of the 11 stuff with, like, you know, the past and what happened. I was like, sure, blah, 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 blah. I don't like the rewriting of the lore. That's another point that I didn't really like. So I guess this always happens with TV shows. Like, things get too, like, complicated and stuff. But it's like, oh, so Elle opened the Upside Down because she touched the Demogorgon. But no. She already had opened the Upside Down before. We just didn't know. Because, we just didn't tell you because she has a hidden backstory that she, like, wiped from her brain. And I was like, fine. I guess we can be on board with that. And I don't... Oh, my God. It's all coming back to me now. All my notes are coming back to me. Basically, all the kids annoy me, says Bethany. Yeah! Interesting how other people... are saying the same thing. So the other thing I don't like as well, because, like, one... or Henry or Vecna is now revealed to be responsible for everything in the Upside Down. I'm like, what? Really? Like, I quite liked the idea of these monsters just acting out of monstrous needs or whatever. Like, I liked how the Demogorgon didn't have an agenda. Well, I guess now he does, but in my mind, the first series, it was scarier because the Demogorgon was just existing. It was just living. It just came into this world and wanted to feast and eat because who knows what it was doing in the Upside Down. I thought that was way scarier, having this, like, animalistic, you know, creature. And then the Mind Flayer as well, being this voiceless, like, entity that, for some reason, also wanted to do something. And then it's just like, oh, it's all this guy who just wants to seek revenge on Elle. So that really dampened it for me. I don't know. I get that you have to explain some of it. Oh, and the fact that the Mind Flayer looks like a Black Widow because he really liked Black Widow spiders. I was like, oh, boy. Really? I don't know. I feel like it lost some of the magic. Jose saying, I prefer Vecna's human form. Much more compelling character and far better acting. Yeah. So I don't know, like, does that mean that the Mind Flayer never really existed? What were all those particles? What is the Upside Down before Vecna was there? Were they just, like, all chilling? And it was like, now this bad dude's come and just, like, fucked everything up. So they were like, well, I'm a Demogorgon and I like chilling in the particles. We're doing our thing. And then someone just came and like, oh, what's he done? He's, like, destroyed the ecosystem. What even is the Upside Down? I guess that's a big question, I suppose, in the grand scheme of Stranger Things. So now, obviously, the thing has opened up, and now all the Upside Down particles are coming into the world. Now, that's another thing that I thought was interesting. Before in the first series, it was like, oh my God, don't breathe in the particles. It's like a big problem. The second season, are like, oh, don't breathe them in, don't breathe them in. Now everybody's just willy-nilly, like, you know, going for like day trips to the Upside Down. Like, hey, you got anything on this afternoon? Not much, really. You want to go to the Upside Down? Yeah, sure, it's great. We'll bring back some like death bats or whatever. Cool, let's go. Woo, high five. Like, that doesn't seem to be a problem anymore. Vecna was described as the Mind Flayer's general, so I guess the Mind Flayer came first. Well, yeah, Galaxy Bro, they did say that. You're correct. But then they had that cutscene where it was like, oh, and then I, you know, possessed the Mind Flayer and made it do my bidding. So it went exactly against the D&D setup rules that they normally have. So, yeah, so a lot of stuff just seemed like it didn't really add up anymore, which I was kind of like, that's upsetting. But I will give out OG points too. I like Hopper quite a lot and Joyce. That was quite cool, seeing them reunite and do the thing. But the Russian plotline, can we just leave it behind? I don't care. I was hoping that would really come to something, but it never really did. Like, did we really find out anything more? Okay, they just were cloning loads of Demogorgons. Okay, I guess it's like a Jurassic World situation where they probably want to use them for military purposes and have them as whatever. So, do you know it's all based on a true story, says Bethany. Really? The Upside Down is real? Honestly, Steve, Robin, and Will, the only characters like, oh, Will needs to do something a bit more for me. Like, he's fine, but he just sort of walks around going, he's just like, I get it. You know, life is hard. Being a teenager sucks. But, yeah. Oh, and his only gimmick is, oh my God, my neck, I feel him. Like, that's his only thing that he ever does. It's like, if I was his friend, I'd be like, oh, can you give over with your neck shivers, bro? Like, he's all, oh, it's happening. He'd be like the kid that cried wolf all the time, like, no one's paying attention to him. And he's like, but it's happening. Like, yeah, whatever. So, it is the Cold War. That's why there's so much Russian stuff, I guess. I don't know. It needs to be a bit more interesting. And then, as I was mentioning, the ending where it's like everyone having this big family reunion, I was like, no! too much cringe. But overall, I did enjoy watching the whole series. I enjoyed the musical thing. I really enjoyed Running Up the Hill, and of course Master. That was really cool when Eddie got on the van and started playing. I thought they were going to play Bat Out of Hell, because obviously all the bats. But he also didn't really need to die, but he kind of did need to die. And this is another thing that I want to get on. Like, I liked Eddie as a character. I thought it was really good, but I think death needed to happen. Yeah, I can still feel him. I hope his acting gets better. I know, right? So I think there's too many characters, and I get it. Killing characters is tough, but sometimes I think it might be better. I do quite like that Max is in limbo. She's not dead, but I guess that frees up something. I really like Max, by the way. I forgot to mention that Max is a character I do really like out of my shaming of characters. Will's faking the whole neck thing to feel important. I'm still important, guys. Do you remember me in the first one? It was all about me in the first series, but now it's all about, okay, you guys, all right, I'll just be in the sidelines here, bye. So that's my overall takeaway of Stranger Things Season 4. I don't feel compelled to watch it again like I did feel compelled to watch the other series. Like, I also really found that, like, Season 3 was scarier in ways, like the Mind Flayer when it was, like, sucking up all those people, and I really like the mole vibes. I don't know if I really liked the Nightmare on Elm Street kind of, like, haunted house thing that was going on. Also, the three of them should have really died when they went into the house, and they were just being the slowest choking ever. Like, and pause for 5 minutes. Because that's the thing, everything was happening at the same time, but each time it was showing what was happening in the other person's world, it was like 5-10 minutes long, and then you'd get back to like, oh yeah, but they're still choking. Anyway, I feel like I've just gone on a lot about, I feel like I always just bring out what I think irks me, but maybe that's more the interesting thing. Yes, Max was fantastic this season, especially in the Dear Billy episode. 100%, a big fan of Max. So sad to see what's happened to her, but I think it's an interesting point for her character, and hopefully she doesn't die. Murder some of the others, Vecna. Right, dear Vecna, please murder some of the other kids. They're super annoying. So, also, can we please stop breaking up all the characters all the time, as in, like, you know, into the certain, this group does this thing, and this group's going to go and do that thing, and then at the end we'll all come together. It's getting a little formulaic for me. But I will say, I keep saying that, sound design on point, fantastic. Like that gonging of the grandfather clock, really good. Obviously, the usage of music, as we've got the poll right now, like usage of Running Up That Hill, usage of Master of Puppets, the just soundtrack in general, really, really, really good stuff. Cinematography, like when they're like doing the big impactful moments, like the Max running up that hill bit, that stuff is so well done. So I will say that I keep coming back to the show because when it's on production high points, it is there, and I respect that. Haven't seen this show. Is it worth watching? Stranger Things. I'd say it's worth watching. Chaos, I'd say you could watch the first series and just never watch any of the others, to be honest. So I'm bringing the spoiler hand down. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Stranger Things Series 4. So throw some of your thoughts in the comments, and I'm going to go read through them now. Because we're pretty much getting to the end of the show. It seems we had like a double long. Well, say double long. We had like half of it yesterday and half of it today. Let's see what people are saying. Oh, Em was talking about Interstellar. I thought Interstellar was like an understated power of love, and it wasn't. I don't know if it really saved the day, did it? I don't know, maybe it did, I guess. But maybe it was a bit less bashing on the head. Like, love was more of a driving factor. Like, I do like the idea in Interstellar that she had this gut feeling that the right planet to go to was the one that the guy that she loved went to. But of course they couldn't, they were like, that's unscientific. You can't do that just because you want to go there to see that guy. But she's like, oh, but I just feel it. I feel like that's the one. Now, it's like Jack and Locke. Like, are you a man of faith or a man of science? Like, if they had followed her gut instinct and gone there, then they would have like found it straight away and all the stuff wouldn't happen. And then the movie would have been pretty boring and it would have been over. So that is interesting. I guess it makes you think to yourself, like, when to follow your head versus when to follow your heart. Which one do you go for? I think I'm more of a head person. I don't really follow my heart too much. If you follow your heart. Where's that from? You can do impossible things. It's from a Disney film. I just can't remember what. Jose saying Max and Henry are my favorite characters this season. Cool. And they're saying also that episode 4 and 7 were their favorites. Jamie's saying I don't really like how radio stations are now playing Running Up That Hill ruined the song. Jazzy is saying I didn't really like Yuri, but I thought the prison guard was cool. Oh yeah, I didn't mind the prison guard, but yeah, Yuri was kind of annoying. I was like, okay, fine. Chaos saying, oh, thank you. Also, thanks to you and Adam, I'm going for 100th Platinum Trophy in any game to start, but also finally pre-order a PS5. Good luck. Jose, you got to interject faith into science for the things you can't explain. Yeah, Interstellar is my favorite Nolan. What's he called? Christopher Nolan movie. That is my favorite one. I need to watch that again at some point. I haven't watched it. I only watched it once, and it stuck with me. But I watch a lot of YouTube videos about it and I listen to podcasts about it. I don't know why. It's just like spoke to me or whatever. Mega Pork Chop Express is saying the Matrix did it well with with Neo and Trinity. What are we talking about here? I'm not sure because I only watched the first Matrix, not watched the others. Okay, I think Emma's saying kind of mad at 11. The entire series she was mucking about in a tub, and when it mattered, she didn't even save Max. I thought that was quite cool that they didn't actually save the day. Spoilers, I guess. Let's just leave it there. We've kind of gone through. So now, everybody, is the moment you've probably all been waiting for. If you're here, ever read the novelization? There's a novelization. Maybe I will read that. I need to read more often. But I know what you guys are here for. You waited yesterday. You've waited today. It's finally time for you guys to enjoy the Rage compilation. Yes, you've got it, Jamie. It's Horizon, the Forbidden West, the Rage compilation. So what I did, everybody, was as I discovered that the game was just making me get really angry at times, and I always like to leave my controller mic recording because you never know what would happen. So I started just like recording like after sessions, like an hour, 30 minutes, whatever. If I knew I was angry in the session, I'd be like, oh God, I better record the last hour to see what happened. And so this now is a supercut of some of the highlights, because I wasn't going to play all of it because it actually was quite long. I've managed to shorten it down to 5 minutes of rage. 5 minutes of rage! Oh God, I can't believe. They tried to take me off the air yesterday to not play it, but it's time now for you to witness it, I suppose. I just need to get over to the clip. Of course, parental. There will be some F's and Jeffs, because nothing made me F and Jeff more than this game. So please enjoy Horizon, the Forbidden Rage. I think I've called this. Children, leave the room. If you like Horizon Forbidden West, prepare to be offended. I realise I haven't loaded up the clip properly, so wait a sec. I need to go over here. I need to stop this clip. And right, here we go. It's time. It's time to feel the rage.
Oh, give the fuck over. Oh, I've glitched into the wall. Why?
Leave the cave.
I would love to do that. Oh, god damn, I have to restart the mission. Fuck off, this game is bullshit. Oh my god. I don't know what universe this is fun in, but it ain't my bloody universe. Oh god, this thing is so erratic. I'm doing like minimal damage. Let's try the ropecaster, because you know, that always never does anything anyway, so. Oh, oh. Is that really the way the game wants me to go? Really? Oops, that was dumb. Oh, Christ alive! Oh yeah, I remember dodging. Dodging doesn't fucking do anything either. There's loads of ways to get up there, but no way to actually get up there. Highly fucking irritating as per usual. You don't press R1. I don't fucking know what the fuck it is. This game's so fucking dumb. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What the fuck is it that you're doing? Press one thing. Do a power attack. Oh, this is so dumb. Right. Dude, I haven't been fucking slash. Oh, shut up. Yeah, exactly. This is where it's Let's make a fucking good game. How about that, huh? So, the game does just want you to fucking have to climb up the... Oh my god, this is shit. This is the worst platforming I've ever seen. Holy fucking god. Like, what was that? Oh my god, I've made it. Thank Christ. That's shocking. That's absolutely fucking shocking. Fucking get back on my feet. Dodging doesn't even dodge in this game. Oh. Yeah, the fucking Moothless Maximus. Yes. How the fuck do I get up there? Well, I could spend a fucking lifetime running around this fucking thing trying to find a way to climb up. How the fuck am I supposed to get a shot on you, you little bitch? Oh, fuck off, Aloy, you fucking annoying piece of shit. Why the fuck can't I jump onto that? Like, fucking jump onto it. Jump onto fucking everything fucking... Oh, you fucker. Everything fucking else you jump onto. Everything except you. Fuck this fucking game. I fucking hate it. Oh, I'm not gonna shit out because I don't fucking care anymore. No! Fuck that! You have got to be fucking kidding me. Fuck's sake! Did I mention how much I hate this game?
I'm actually embarrassed that is what I become when I play off. When I play, I don't know how many F-bombs are in that clip. I should have probably counted them or something, but I was going through... I will say that toolneck there are two particular sections in that clip that I do want to just clarify that I feel justified in my rage. The London accent is perfect for swearing. Fucking hell. I'm glad that people enjoy it. So yeah, there's some Moody LudiXP content. Moody LudiXP, that's a bit long. Moody XP content for you. But I want to actually go back and analyze a clip quickly because there were actual moments in this game which I want to point out why I find it so annoying and so bad. If it was a TV, it would just be one long bleep. And I still got the fucking platinum. So we're going to go back to it a sec. Hello, Clip of the Weekers. It is... Right. Right, we're bringing this thing down. I want to scrub through this section slightly. So I want to talk about... Where is it? This moment here is... I cannot actually believe that somebody thought this was an acceptable thing to put in this game. So the reason this annoys me so much is because the game, when you highlight, it shows you where you're supposed to jump to. This is inclimbable, all right? And I looked up what you're supposed to do because I was like, surely the game doesn't want you to climb up this inclimbable wall. And guess what? It does, with no understanding that you can do this. Like, I was trying to jump back to the ledge that I came from. Normally, there's like loads of other ways to jump, but the YouTube video that I watched, that was the only way you could do it, was just, and look, I'm not even doing anything. I'm like mashing X. I'm scrambling to get up this wall because I think that was the way it wanted me to do. Correct me if I am wrong, but I was like, I can't actually believe that was the thing to do. Also, this tall neck section got me so, like, this tall neck section was the worst anger that I had. Like, as soon as I did this mission, I was like, done, I'm out. I can't do any more because like it was impossible to find where I was supposed to climb. Like now it's like the rage. Lucy justifies the rage. I'm justifying the rage, Your Honor. Like this is massive section that I'm running around. There's all these stalkers everywhere. This in particular is bullshit. Aloy should definitely be able to climb that. Like that is a climbable bit, and that's why I got so mad because I was like, okay, I understand that you don't. That's not the way you want me to do it. But why have you put that there? Why have you made that an accessible point if that's not the point? Oh my God, the rage is coming back. That tonic section is to blame for my receding hairline. Can't believe what I've just seen. Never had any problems with this game. Well, maybe I was just an anomaly. Maybe the game knows that I hate it and it was just doing it just to wind me up. But I think that was just, I think you have to agree with me that that's bad. Like the game is saying you can climb this, but then it's like, tee-hee, you can't climb this. Absolute stupidity. One of the worst platforming experiences after Crash Bandicoot 4, and I decided to play them at the same time. So there you go. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I'm wondering if I should even brave putting that online as a separate clip for people to enjoy at their leisure who couldn't watch it here and maybe without all of the buffering. My respect for you has grown for owning the platinum for this game that you hate this much. I don't know. I think it's awful that it made me that angry and I just become like this swearing machine. But alas, that's what, yeah, that is the worst. For me, that bit where I just get really annoyed at Aloy. I just can't. So, and that was the highlights. There were bits that went on even longer, but I was like, I'm not going to make this a 10-minute video because a lot of it was just me just going like, oh, like when I was in fights and stuff because it was very annoying. I'm swearing a lot on my iPad today. Well, thank you. Like I said, it's not that hard. It's not even that hard of a platinum. But maybe I will upload it separately. You're also getting another video today, everybody. You're getting like double the section of rage more boiling than your crushing trophy. Yeah, exactly. Because I enjoyed playing Uncharted, so the rage was like still okay. I'm thinking of starting the plat for Crash Bandicoot 1. Do you recommend, said Oliver? Yeah, go for it. I think it's good. I mean, yeah, it's tough, but I think it's a doable one, and it'll make you, understand the trophy hunting platforming. It's not BS like Crash Bandicoot 4. It's actually a solid game. There are some tough bits, but it is doable and it's well done. So go for it. I give that my seal of platinum approval. So you know what? I might upload that as a separate video after this and put just expletive warning. But that is all I've got for you on today's special Saturday afternoon edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. I'm quite hungry now. So as I said, there is actually a video tonight on the show, so watch out for that. You get double Lucy today, so it is the next update for my completion journey, so that'll be about 8 o'clock tonight. Watch out for that, and if you want to rewatch the rage stream, then I'll upload that in a sec anyway. So thank you everybody for tuning in on this special edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. Let us end the poll. I asked you guys if you prefer and if only could make a deal with God or Master of Puppets. I think it's a good song, but I couldn't believe it's like 8 minutes long. And I was like, whoa, that's a long song. So if you haven't voted, put your comments and your votes down now because the poll is about to end in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jose with a banger of a comment. Rage Against the Machines. That's what I should have put as the song if I wasn't going to get copyrighted. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. That's what I'm like trying to kill all the machines. And all the machines walking around. Oh God, I'm really hungry now. Now I'm just streaming my thoughts into your minds. That's how streaming works. So there we go, Master of Puppets. I can't not say it, Master of Puppets or Master of Puppets. That's all I've got for you on today's edition. Lock it down, Lucy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to the mods at Beth for showing up and doing some mod duty. Appreciate it on your Saturday afternoons. I shall be back at the regularly scheduled time on Thursday this week for more Locking It Down with Lucy. Lucy is the mind flayer. Could I end the show like this? Is this weird if I did this? All right, goodbye, everybody. Have a good time. Wait, I've got to get my hands in order.